So here we are again, another day, and it's only been 3 days, and 100 is the number one trading token on Uniswap Binance Smart Chain. Right? This is crazy, and the volume is not even that much. Like, this is crazy. You want to see something crazy? Look, 100 has 6,900 in volume so far today. XRP XRP has 2,300 in volume, and this one gives me right here. This one gives me right here. Where is it? Did I lose it? Bitcoin Tether has 3,400 in volume on Uniswap Binance Smart Chain. It's like nobody knows that Uniswap is on Binance Smart Chain. Nobody, like, it's like they don't even understand, right? And so it's important for you guys, and even Cake, 100 has more volume than Cake. It's important for you guys to understand that Uniswap is the number one decentralized exchange in the world. It's number one. They created the DEX. PancakeSwap copied off of Uniswap. Okay, everything PancakeSwap has done is a copy of Uniswap. Okay, right? In fact, PancakeSwap is just recently coming out with V3. They had to wait on Uniswap because Uniswap has a patent. They have a patent that says, okay, when we come out with V3, everybody else has to wait a certain amount of time, right? So is Uniswap is it in terms of, creating the DEXs. It doesn't mean that somebody's not going to come by and beat them or something like that. Doesn't mean that. I'm just saying this is where it's come from. So Binance invested a lot of money, a ton of money into Uniswap being on Binance Smart Chain. And there was a lot of Ethereum people, again, who were upset with Uniswap for, accepting money to go on Binance Smart Chain. Oh, Uniswap is no longer decentralized now because it's on Binance. I'm telling you, they just hate Binance. It's so funny to me, right, how there's all these, tokens on Ethereum that want to be on Binance, but yet they hate Binance. It's the craziest thing, right? But this is huge that 100 is number one on Uniswap on Binance Smart Chain. And I think this is going to continue because I believe this volume is going to go up, right? And as Uniswap, as more people, possibly through 100, possibly through this video and others, as more people talk about, hey, Binance Smart Chain is on Uniswap, then that's only going to put more eyes on 100. And as Uniswap grows, 100 will grow. And then, the devs have talked about other projects. The devs have other projects that I've never talked about before. I'm going to start doing videos on those because, they are truly, truly exciting. They're a lot more technical than 100, but they are truly, truly game changers. And all of that is going to benefit 100 and the other tokens and Uniswap and all that, right? But I just thought this was crazy that there's more volume on 100 Tether than Bitcoin Tether, than Cake and XRP. It's crazy. So it's like, just think about how crazy early we all are, that we're participating in something that has the potential to grow that nobody knows about yet. So that's why you don't see, still this is nothing volume. You don't see a lot of buys coming in, and you don't see a lot of sales and stuff because people just don't know. That's going to change. But for some of you who've been in 100 for a few months and you're up 10x, right? First of all, some people have already foolishly sold. And I know based on the YouTube messages I get, that others are already, thinking about selling and all of that. And the first thing that I want to say is completely understandable. It's completely understandable what you're feeling and what you're thinking. Okay? But I'm here to try to explain to you, right, that if you sell now, and for the ones that have been selling, I guarantee you two things. Number one, you're making a huge mistake, right? And you're gonna buy back because there's nothing else like 100. People have sold 100 and got into other projects, and the projects have rugged. People sold 100 to get into Saphirium. People sold 100 to get into SafeMoon. They like seriously, you can see all of this stuff on chain, right? But I promise you, at some point, you're gonna buy back higher, right? Whatever you sell now, because it's just so early. Again, there's less than 1,000 people on both chains, on Binance Smart Chain or Ethereum. There's less than 1,000 people, right? And so what you have to understand is when you're a true crypto person, what crypto is really supposed to be about is not getting into the dollar, period. And the reason why some people who've never been in this position before, or some people who just, they just don't know how to handle wealth. See, there's a reason why your 401k won't let you touch your money. This is the reason, because some people just can't handle the emotion, right? But you're thinking about cashing out. You're thinking about, I need to get this thing, or I need to buy this, or I just need some money, because your whole goal in life is the dollar. Your whole goal in life is the thing that's been losing value since it was created. That's your goal. When you truly understand crypto, your goal is not the dollar. Your goal is for whatever crypto you're using to be the thing that you actually use. All right, this is the chart that we need to see. This is what we need to see right here. Bitcoin at 5 cents and 80 cents and $1.50. Right, this is 2011. That, like, guys, this wasn't that long ago. $1.50, $14. There were people selling Bitcoin all back here. Right? And again, if they bought at 5 cents, right, it's hard to, say, hey, well, I bought at 5 cents. Bitcoin is now $5. I've made 100 times my money. I think it's now time to get out. It would be hard for anybody to convince them that they were making the biggest mistake of their life. Right? And 100 is trying to tell you this story. Look, it's right on their website. This is a real person. This Greg dude, he's real. He's still around. I wish I had kept my 1,700 Bitcoin at 6 cents instead of selling them at 30 cents. Now that they're $8. He's saying, oh my God, it's $8. Oh my goodness, it's $8. What is he saying? He's saying that he would have for sure sold Bitcoin at $8 or $5 or $4. He still had the wrong mentality. You understand what I'm saying? The mentality was still wrong. Even if he held on to $8, he's still, what would he be saying today? Man, I wish I had held on to my Bitcoin to $100 instead of selling them at $8. Man, I wish I had held on to my Bitcoin at $500, right? But I sold at I sold at 100. Now it's 500. I sold at 500. Now it's 1,000. I sold at 1,000. Now it's 5,000. Right? Let's take a look. Everybody here is saying the same thing. Man, I sold at 14,000. Now it's 36,000. Notice that everybody would have the same story. The only people that are right so far, and they will be wrong again, are those that sold at 60. Those are the only people that's been right. And they've only been right for a couple years. Trust me, they will be wrong. Okay? So, but literally, there are people who had Bitcoin back here, and they still have it. They still have it. I had Bitcoin back here, and guess what? I still got it. I'm buying more. I'm buying more. Why are you buying more? Why would not cash out, BSG? Like, what are you doing? It's because I understand. When you truly understand crypto, the goal is not fiat. The goal is not the dollar. The goal is the crypto. That's the goal. So what you want to have happen, and what is happening right now for me with Bitcoin, is you want to live off of the crypto because the crypto is better than fiat. All right, so check out this right here. Check out this property right here. This house was this property was available for sale for 29 million, and they're only accepting Bitcoin. I don't know if it's still on the market or whatever, but they're only accepting Bitcoin. Okay, and here are other sales. 2014, a buyer purchased land in Lake Tahoe for 1.6 million in Bitcoin. Now, again, even though he bought it with Bitcoin, okay, who knows what he paid for the Bitcoin, but that Bitcoin is worth a lot more now. Still, right? But he bought it with crypto. 2017, London mansion, 18 million in Bitcoin, right? And here's the website here. BitPay facilitated the purchase of 2 condos in New York worth $875K and 1.5 million in Bitcoin, in cryptocurrency. 22 million Miami penthouse, right? So this is what you want. Okay, here's a car dealer called bitcars.eu. They sell their cars for crypto. I don't know if they only accept crypto or but obviously they're focusing on crypto. So you can buy one of these sports cars with crypto. Oh, goodness. I didn't even, woo. I'm not really a car person, but I mean, man, that is not. I heard Lambos were very hard to maintain and stuff. So, I don't really want that. I really want to, I would get one of these classic, but yeah, I would get one of these classic boys. I like those. Oh, you could buy yachts with Bitcoin, motorbikes, right? So, how much you want to bet that back here, or even back here, there was nobody thinking that Bitcoin would become the currency? People say cryptocurrency, or really they just say crypto now, but they don't think about the currency aspect. The whole point is for it to be a currency. That's the point. For it to be used, for it to be transacted with. That's the point. It's not to go back to the failed system. I am living right now. When I bought back here, there's no way that I could have thought about this, but I am living every day right now. And this is the first time in my life. This is the first year that I've ever done that. I'm living off Bitcoin exclusively. I'm paying all my bills, Bitcoin, right? I'm getting my hair cut, Bitcoin. I'm in Ubers every day, Bitcoin. I'm paying for my food every day, Bitcoin. My wife buying all these damn products that she don't need, Bitcoin. Right? It's Bitcoin. So the reason why I may not sell ever all of my 100 is because the goal is for 100 to be the standard, or at least accepted. Like Bitcoin is going to be the standard, probably. I don't know. But 100, the goal it is for it to have a place in the world to be used to do things. So nobody knows what those things are going to be. Certainly it could be buying houses, buying cars, like we've seen. But what if 100 becomes something else? What if it's the main currency used in gaming? What if it's the main currency used for, something else, right? The way that it's set up, it's the safest crypto in the world. What if 100 literally like becomes everybody's decentralized, bank account? The goal is to buy stuff with 100. The goal is to make this useful. Why would you want to do that? Why you don't just want to cash it? Because again, fiat doesn't move. The value doesn't change. The reason why you want to live on a Bitcoin standard is because literally you have the opportunity for the coin to appreciate in value, or your bank account to change its balance for the positive, even after you've bought things in the same day. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday, Bitcoin was around this level and then it popped up to like 37 something. I think that was yesterday or the day before. If Bitcoin is your standard, even if you're buying stuff, right? If it goes up 3-4% of the day, now your balance is up 3-4% for that day. If Bitcoin has been your standard for the past month, if you've been living on the Bitcoin standard, your balance, whatever money you have in Bitcoin, is up 27% over the last month. You know what's not up 27% over the last month? I don't care who you are. Your bank account, the dollar, that's not up 27%. No way. Right? Now, watch this. If you've been living on the 100 standard the past month, don't worry about today. Don't worry about the Jeep that just sold. Look at the long term. If you've been on the 100 standard, you're up 88% in the last month. Hello. You know what's not up 88% in the last month? Your bank account. What you getting paid at your job. You understand what I'm saying? Now 100 is not accepted anywhere yet. You know who can change that? Anybody. You know who made Bitcoin available to be purchased? People. People made Bitcoin available. Everybody that buys crypto is a person. They're just a person. Right? And so anybody can say, you know what? I have a shop. I'm going to accept Bitcoin. Right? Or, I have a car place. I have a shop. I have a property. Right? I'm a nail tech. I'm a barber. I do hair. You know what I'm saying? I have an ice cream shop. I'm a basketball coach. I have an online course. I have a right, and I'm accepting Bitcoin. Why would you want to do that? Because you want to be on the Bitcoin standard. So do you know who can make 100 available for stuff? You. You can. If you have businesses, you can promote. Hey, listen, I'm on the 100 standard. So I provide this service. I provide this product. I accept 100. Well, why would you want to accept 100? Because 100 is up 88% in the last month. It's beating the dollar. It's up whatever this number is. Is that 31,000% in 6 months? 31,000% in 6 months. That's the standard that I want to be on. And unlike fiat, which is controlled by whatever government that you're a part of, unlike that, the community controls this. The community runs this. The community decides the value. The more people, and this is true for any cryptocurrency. A lot of cryptocurrencies, people say, man, it's no use case, it's no utility, so on and so forth, right? Why do people like it? Because it's a community thing. It's a community thing. So if the community decides to make it so, they make it so. It's not like the government that can print money at a moment's notice or change interest rates at a moment's notice. Right? In the case of 100, they do have utility. They do have a use case. So that potentially makes it more valuable. The only people that are going to make this work is the people that get involved. People like you, the community. The only people that are going to make this not work is people like you, the community. It's that simple. Right? If nobody has a long-term vision to say, you know what, we want to make this work because it's so unique, because it's so cool, because it does something that other cryptos don't do. Personally, I don't feel like any new crypto should be made unless they come out with something different. I hate that all the cryptos are the same. I really do hate it. It's like, what? Why am I buying this token when it does the same thing as the other token? What is the point? But 100 is not like that. Right? So it's going to be, it was the community that made Bitcoin. And trust me, I can't talk about it in this video. Man, Bitcoin went through some things now. Bitcoin, there were people trying to take Bitcoin down. There were people who bought Bitcoin, who believed in Bitcoin, who ended up literally becoming enemies of Bitcoin. Aren't people weird? People are so weird, man. They once believed in it. They believed in everything. And one thing happens. Somebody did something. Somebody said something. Right? And they got offended. And then they became an enemy of Bitcoin. A lot of these coins that you see now, a lot of them, they were once a part of other projects. And humans, being human, couldn't get along. And they started their own projects, right? I'm going to show you a couple of them right here. All right, Ethereum. Ethereum was the next, big major crypto coin after Bitcoin. Cardano. Let me show you Cardano. Where they at? Cardano right here and Polkadot are both people that left Ethereum and started their own projects because they couldn't get along. So instead of Charles Hoskinson and I forget who's behind this working to make Ethereum better, right? Or maybe Vitalik said something or whatever. Maybe he was hard-headed. Interestingly enough, how could I forget? How could I forget that? Vitalik initially wanted to work on Bitcoin. He said, yo, Bitcoin is cool, but I got some ideas that we could do a smart contract layer on Bitcoin and we could do more stuff. And the Bitcoin people were like, nah, we don't want to do that. That's okay. So what Vitalik did, started Ethereum. Everything that's on Ethereum could be on Bitcoin. How much would Bitcoin be? Now, I'm not saying that's a negative thing. I'm just saying this is how people are. People destroy things, right? So now, unfortunately, the same thing happened with Ethereum. Charles Hoskinson might have had some ideas or whatever, and Vitalik was like, nah, not going to do that. And so they started their own things, right? But yeah, Bitcoin went through some things, right? But if the community stands together, if the community works together, then we can make this something. And so people ask me all the time, BSG, why are you doing these videos? You're not getting paid. Well, why are you doing this stuff? Because I get involved in things when I believe in them and I try to help people. I've done that with Bitcoin. Satoshi has not paid me a dime. I know for a fact I've gotten in thousands of people in Bitcoin. Thousands of people are in Bitcoin because of me. And it's not like I feel great. Oh, they're in it because of, no, I'm just saying I'm sharing. I feel like that's what we as people are supposed to do. If you want to get away from the tyranny of the big bad government and all that, like people say, you want to get away from your job, you want to get away from other things, it takes a community. You have to work together. We got to work together. So all everybody has to do is say, okay, what am I good at? What am I good at? So for me, coming from a family of preachers, coming after my grandmother, what am I good at? I'm good at talking. Right? God has given me a good mind where I know how to, I've always been able to observe things and break them down in a way that people understand. And that's why I've been able to help people change their life. There are people who've never even met me. Their life has changed because of 100. If you bought 100 a few months ago, your life has changed. You have turned $100 into 10,000 just because you watched a YouTube video, just because you followed me. That's what it's about. Now it's your turn to go and talk to somebody else. It's your turn to go to your business and tell people about 100. It's your turn to accept 100 at your business. It's your turn to tell somebody at your church about 100. Somebody at your school about why? Why? Because it's helped you. So that's what I'm doing. But the goal for that is not, all right, yeah, this is my point. Now I'm going to sell. No, the goal is for 100 to be the thing that we use on some way in our life. And literally, I'm going to tell you guys, and then I'm going to wrap it up. If 100 is used for literally just one major application, just one, do you not understand what that's going to do? If it's just one video game, one Candy Crush, 100 Crush, one, 100 is the safest token, so we're just going to put all our game. If 1% of people in all of crypto who are trying to 5x, 10x, all these other crap coins, right? If they just all decide, hey, 1%, 100 is where I store my gains. I'm a DGN, so, I'm going to get in this stupid stuff. That's just the type of person I am. I'm going to get in there. I like gambling. Right? So I'm trying to take $1,000. I'm trying to take $5,000 and turn it into 50 grand in 2 weeks. Right? That's what most people in crypto are trying to do. But they make the mistake, all of them, for the most part, they make the mistake and they sell back into fiat, or worse, they go into other projects and they lose it all. If 1% of everybody in crypto just decided 100 is my store of value, 100 is where I'm going to put my gains, do you not understand what this is? Billions in market cap. Billions in market cap, and right now we're sitting at 14.4 million. You are not late. You are still early. You are so early. And the goal is not to cash out. The goal is for 100 to be the cash, to be the thing. So that way it will continue to grow and grow and grow and grow. It's your boy BSG. I'm going to holler at y'all in the next video.